of my favourite buildings in Benidorm, just off the main street in the old town. This is Carré de Thomas Otoño. They're just putting up the Christmas decorations in there. Just before they close the door, you could see loads of the Christmas trees and things that they're putting up. So yeah, well worth checking it out if you're around. So I'm going to head towards the Plaza Mayor shopping centre. Hope you're all doing okay. What's new in Benidorm? Wow. As of, what is it, December 16th? I've put the official date. I can't remember exactly when the date is, but it's until December 27th. So it's been extended that you do need a PCR negative to come to Spain. But if you're from Ireland, I think it's December 15th or 17th, you won't need one. So they've officially, the reopened EU site have said that Republic of Ireland, they won't need to take a test, which is great news. So there's something to look forward to, that, you know, hopefully if the vaccine starts going well in the UK and the numbers start coming down, it's not out the equation that we can start having, you know, looking at booking things and stuff. I would have loved to have, I found a flight to Maldives for, I think it was £500 return, and I was so tempted, but it's just a thing of, you know, wondering what's going to happen. So you don't want to lose that 500, do you? That's the problem. So I'm going to take you through, have a quick look, have a quick glance as we nip by. Ay, gracias. Sí puede. She just wants to stroke me. Gracias. Hasta luego. Vamos, Rio. Rio makes friends everywhere he goes. So this is the Plaza Mayor in Benidorm. It's reminds me very typical, you know, kind of southern Spain kind of look. Get your leather, what the word? Belt. I was like, leather cinturón, what's the word? Your leather belts, your leather bags. They always got nice Spanish music playing in here as well. So if you want somewhere a bit typical Spanish in the centre of Benidorm, it's definitely somewhere to come. It's just nice just to have a wander around and, you know, hear the music. It's just off the main road in the old town, so you head towards the Plaza Mayor shopping centre. That's the word of this. I'm sure a lot of you have probably seen it before, but if you've not, I'll show you where it is in relation. You'll know exactly where it is when I show you the next part. Hopefully the sound's doing okay for you all. Just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who, you know, watches the videos and kind of sends stars and is on our Patreon or has sent something for Christmas. It's all very much appreciated. I know don't always say it, but it is appreciated. It has meant that, you know, we've managed to make the sound a bit better. We've managed to get this little bit of technology to kind of make the videos better for everyone else. And obviously it's still free, 100% still free for everybody. It's not saying that, you know, I'm not trying to guilt trip anybody or anything like that. It's just that I do need to say thank you to those that have, you know, helped. It is very much appreciated. So that's where you get into it. It's the Centro Comercial Plaza Mayor, the main square of the centre of the shopping centre. So that was that area there. We're going to head towards the Levante area, aren't we, Rio? Thanks, Barbara. So there's quite a few people around here in the old town. I say quite a few. It's much quieter than usual, but it's nice to see, you know, some people out and about, and obviously everyone's masked up here because masks are compulsory at all times, regardless of, you know, anything really. In the UK I would be classed as exempt, but here in Spain, as you can see, mask at all times when you're walking around the street. It's pretty much the same with everybody. You can see everyone there wandering around with their masks on. It is Sylvia, isn't it? Full of character, and it's just a beautiful place. There's every street you go up, there's something new to see, which is always nice, and it's always lovely and decorated this time of year. I think it's definitely somewhere to come. It's nice in summer, but I love the old town in winter. It has like loads of decorations, and it just feels so typically Spanish, you know? You've got the little boutiques, and oh, there's just so much going on. Which way should we go? Should we go down to the beach that way? Yeah, we've not been this way in a while, have we? Let's go this way. Your videos are fantastic. It's great you're showing everyone. Oh, thank you. I don't know if you were watching at the very beginning. We were at the building at Calle Thomas Otoño. And it's really nicely decorated. They just started shutting the doors at the start of the video, which is absolutely typical. But if you do get a chance to see it, definitely have a look. They've got real trees. Oh, it's beautiful. They've got elves and things in the, like, what are they called? Little elves? Are they called little elves? Hi, Mum. What's the word? Like the nutcracker things. They've got those in the window. It does look ever so nicely decorated. Should we head this way? Or should we go that way? I love a street up there. Oh, there's so many ones. Oh, Alex has told me there's a house we can view tonight. Fantastic. That's definitely something we can do. Oh, fantastic. I mean, I'm saying we, but I mean me and Alex. We're trying to do videos. Oh, look, loft's shut. I was going to bring you around here to show the loft, but it looks closed. It's closed down. We'll go the other way then. There's, yeah, we're trying to do videos. We're trying to do videos that are not live. So we're trying to talk to the camera. And I know I'm talking to the camera now. And I don't feel ridiculous. And I know I probably should. Because if you could see me right now, right, I've got this big stick that you can't see. That's like holding my phone out, which everyone looks at. I've got these things in. So probably people think, you know, because I'm speaking in English and not Spanish, they probably think I'm either singing along out loud or I don't know what they think, but they definitely all look. But for some reason, when I'm on live, I do feel like, I know I am, but I'm talking to you guys. So it's not the same, is it? I don't think it's the same. Whereas when we're trying to film, and it's just me and Alex, we kind of awkwardly get the camera out and we're like, oh, hello, like what should we say? Because there's no one there to respond. You feel real silly. Oh, I think it's the shyness. The shyness of the first videos. I think that's how it is. This is one of my favourite streets. There it is. It's got that lovely, beautiful archway. And look at the poinsettias in front of this shop. Gorgeous. Always reminds me of Juliet's balcony there. Yeah, lovely place there. Right, here's one of the Benidorm walls. There it is. But yeah, things are, you know, I would say getting considerably better here. And I was looking through the list of, you know, where we can travel to from Spain. And it is massively reduced, obviously. You know, we are kind of in this situation. But there were a few places starting to open up, and it was good to see more places saying, you know, Spain, except the, oh, Karen, I've just missed you. Oh, man. Oh. Yeah, it was good to see more places kind of saying Spain, except Comunidad Valenciana and the Canaries, or except Balearics, Comunidad Valenciana and Canaries. So it was kind of like, it does give a bit of hope that, you know, soon, and I do hope that, you know, England... Ay, gracias. Si no nos ve, no puede hacer. ¿Por qué me miras? ¿Por qué me miras? ¿Por qué me miras? Sí. Me estoy mirando. Oh, love a good argument. Oh, man's speaking ever so horribly. And then when you say, why are you looking at me? And then suddenly they go, well, I'm not looking at you. Be a bad. There we go. sorry, rudely interrupted. What was I saying? Yeah, it does give hope that you know, people will start to look at the Comunidad Valenciana rather than Spain as a whole, because things are considerably better here. It's so, you know, the cases are so low, considering, you know, other areas in Europe that haven't got restrictions. So hopefully the vaccine as well. I mean, somebody asked what's happening in terms of the vaccine. Can you have the vaccine instead of the PCR? And at the moment, I mean, I'm not saying in the future that it's not the case, but currently, at the current restrictions, so this now won't change until 27th of December. Are you okay, Laurie? Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, just some rude people start shouting at you and having a go at you. Oh. Yeah, currently until the 27th of December, there's going to be no change on this unless they do kind of a last minute change, but normally they do tend to stick to their schedule, that you will still need a PCR. And their reasoning is that although the vaccine will protect people, they're saying they're not sure of how long this immunity would last. And there's still kind of things happening that they're saying, how was it put? The vaccine might potentially be stopping symptoms, but not stopping it passing to other people. So they're saying that if you have the vaccine, but somebody else on the plane or somebody else you meet with doesn't have the vaccine, you could still be a carrier for COVID. And that's what I read in The Guardian, I think it was yesterday. So that's something that they're keeping in mind. It was in the Spanish news as well, that it's something they've got to consider. So having the test, I mean, it's still a 72-hour kind of time frame as well. So how, you know, can you guarantee that somebody hasn't got COVID in them 72 hours? No, of course you can't. So do you know, take calculated risks that you hope that the person who's got the vaccine is not a carrier? I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. But, you know, it's positive news about the vaccine. So hopefully it does mean that things will pick up, and I do hope they will say that you've not got to have the test if you have the vaccine. I know that would be a major plus for a lot of people. You know, you've got your 2 vaccines to take, and then do you kind of get back to normal life? How does it work? Don't know, we have to wait and see, don't we? But I think that would be a big plus. There's also a bit of controversy at the moment between the Canaries and Spain. So they're trying to make a settlement because before this PCR came in Spain, the Canaries were already asking for a PCR or an antigen, and they were saying it's only going to be if you're checking into a hotel or, you know, like a guest house, but it's through like a booking.com or a travel provider. So they were saying that if you went to the Canaries without, you know, staying in somewhere public, you went to your own house or you went to a friend's house or what have you, that you wouldn't need the test. They're now saying, the Spanish regional government are saying, well, no, you still have to do a PCR test now, because it's now the law across Spain. You are still part of Spain, so you now need to do the PCR, and you need to do it at the airport. So there's kind of a bit of back and forward, shall I say, at the moment, between the local government in the Canaries and the Spanish national government, kind of saying that, well, this is the national law, you implemented that yourself, that's fine, but this is now the law, it needs to be PCR, it needs to be the airport. So I do hope that the Canaries are able to, you know, get their way, because I think an antigen test is a lot cheaper, which is their reasoning. So, you know, it's cheaper for tourists to get an antigen test than it is to get a PCR. Oh, I was walking for Costa coffee, you know, that's where I was going to go, and it shut down. Oh man, I really just thought I really fancy like a Christmas hot chocolate or something, and it's gone. Oh, tell you what, that's ruined my day. That's actually ruined my day. So yeah, it's kind of seeing what's going to happen with the Canaries and the national government too. Because I do think, you know, if the Comunidad Valenciana could implement something similar, we would see more tourism if it wasn't a case of a PCR at the airport, blah, blah, blah. You know, if people could come to their own apartments and not have to provide a test. But then I do know that, you know, that's the flight and things like that. So it's a tricky one, it is a tricky one. But, oh, who knows? It's kind of knowing what to do for the best, isn't it? But that's my day ruined. Costa Coffee shut down. Would you believe it? Come on, Rio. He's seen a friend over there and he's trying to make friends, as he does. But yeah, other than that, the temperature today is, I believe it was highs of 18 today. We're in for quite a good week. Thanks, Michael. After a bit of a strange weekend, I mean, it was the bank holiday. We had the Immaculate Conception yesterday, and we had, what did we have? I can't remember the name now. Immaculate Conception and Dia de la Constitutional Day, that's it. So we had those 2 days. And to be honest, the weather was a bit crabby. We had a lot of wind. Across the Costa Blanca, we were one of the highest affected by the wind. I think it was about 40 kilometres an hour, which I know doesn't sound a lot, but when you've got high-rise buildings, it really does whip round them. And there were things upturned and all sorts yesterday. So we didn't leave the house. It was a chicken casserole day and a lot of Netflix, and that was our day. But it's supposed to be a lot nicer. I think I did see there's going to be highs of mid-20s by the weekend, which is absolutely fantastic considering it's December. Yeah, look at them blue skies and everyone on the beach. I say everyone, you can literally count how many people on the beach, but we take what we can get, don't we? So, what is it today? Is it the 9th? Discos have been told they can reopen. So your likes of KM Playa, they come under this. And your Penelope. And technically your Cafe Benidorm and things like that. There's two problems with that. A lot of people, you know, a lot of bar owners are saying I can't reopen. If there's no dance floor, can't reopen. And there's not enough tourists to reopen. It does make me wonder if it's kind of a let's stop giving government support, which does worry me a little bit. If they're saying, you know, you can open, then in reality there's no reason for them to be closed, you know, in terms of law. So that does, you know, concern me a little bit, because, you know, how can these bars, these nightclubs stay open with nobody in there? You know, and you're still going to close at midnight. Who really wants to go to a nightclub until midnight without a dance floor at 1/3 capacity? I mean, I don't know if you noticed, Karen from Mateo's, she commented when it was on there, and she said that Mateo's would mean they're only allowed to have 9 people. Can you imagine 9 people? How many Bananaramas would we need just to cover, you know, opening up, the staff, the electricity? It does worry me a bit. The mirrors today say the vaccine could only cover for 9 months. Right, so then in 9 months we're then going to do it all over again. Oh, I don't know. But, you know, we take what we can get, don't we? You know, 9 months of normal life, and we keep jabbing people up left, right and centre. Maybe that's a thing. But then do we need to have it every year? I know they also said as well, because someone said, oh, how can you say it doesn't consider an immunity, blah, 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 we don't know enough. I said, and that's the thing, we don't know enough. I'm not saying it's like the flu at all. I'm not saying that. I'm not making this correlation, but there was a correlation in the newspaper that said, just like the flu vaccine cannot guarantee immunity, it can stop certain strains. So they're saying, you know, it's not necessarily going to stop COVID in its tracks, but it could, you know, guarantee some level of immunity, but not 100%. I just really want this all to be over. All to be over. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I really can't see the comments anymore. I've got the sun right behind me, which is nothing to complain about, but it's reflected on the screen. There it is. You know what? I've really got no ending point now. I've got my sights set on a Costa coffee, hot chocolate or Christmas coffee, and now that's not going to happen. Oh, I'm going to have to stop somewhere else. Where should we stop, Rio? You know, you just look around and you think this is not sustainable for Benidorm. It's really not. There's a handful of hotels. I mean, people ask me every day, is so-and-so hotel open? And to be honest, it's just safe to assume no. There's a couple open, but mainly, no, most of them are closed. I do believe the Dynastic's still open, and there are, you know, there are a select few open, but you know, it really is a select few. These bars are kind of powering through. There are some bars doing okay, especially those that have, you know, big on the promotion and had a lot of, you know, probably had a lot of locals that know about them, or they're in a really good position. And you know, fair play to them. You've got to do what you can do in these times. And then there are some bars that are just, yeah, can't cope. Have a McDonald's coffee, or one on the left. McDonald's might be a good shout, but then McDonald's is all the way down there. Oh, it's all the way down there. But McDonald's do Christmas coffees, don't they? Actually, I don't think the Benidorm one does. We might be all immune to it. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not saying it's like the flu. I'm not saying it is the flu or anything like that. I'm saying in terms of the vaccine, they're saying that's something that's similar, like how the vaccine for certain things cannot guarantee you won't get it. Not that it's like the flu. Like the flu vaccine doesn't guarantee you're not going to get the flu. I think there's another vaccine that's, you know, some travel vaccines that you have to have for, you know, Caribbean. Is it Caribbean or something like that? Oh, Les Dunes, that's a good one. Good shout. Thanks, Ria. I think I'll go there. Yeah, like they're saying some diseases you can't guarantee you're not going to get it by having the vaccine. So that's why the Spanish government are kind of still in a bit of a no man's land of what do they do. XO Benidorm. Oh, good. That's a good shout as well. Good shout. They do amazing milkshakes there. I don't know if anyone's tried them. They do these milkshakes with, oh, they're just so sickly. You can only have a little bit, but they are pretty amazing. No, Morgan's Tavern's not open yet. What's the other place you asked for? Mundamar and Water Parks. No, and no. No water parks, no Mundamar. Terra Natura is open, and I do believe Safari Aitana is still open. So Benidorm's up there, isn't it? Should we take a walk up here? I think we've seen the beach, haven't we? Let's just take a wander up here. Oh, look at that. Yeah, gorgeous weather today. Gorgeous. But we take what good news we can get, don't we? We take what we can get. Yeah, we do, Rio. I was thinking about Rio today. I was thinking, oh, how many people does Rio make smile every day? When we're walking down the street, there's people that, you know, stop just to like go, oh, good there is, and you know, what breed is he? And they want to give him a cuddle, and I think, oh, he makes so many people smile a day. I think he's everyone's virtual pet, isn't he, Rio? Well, then some go, oh, it's the dog from the videos. Yeah, they do. They go, there's that dog. Don't they, Rio? Can I see you? Where are you? There you are. Rio, don't they? Yeah, they do. He was like, can we not stop? He will walk for absolutely miles, you know. If we just keep walking, he'll just keep walking. We went to Switzerland and around these mountains and all sorts. And he just carried on going. He was just like, yeah, it's fine. And people are like, wow, my big dog won't even do all that. He'll be like, you know, does he demand to be picked up? Nope. He does not want to be picked up, does this dog? He wants to sit on his mummy or daddy's knee when he gets home. And he'll have a sleep. But walking, that is his thing. He wants to walk. But yeah, here's coming the bus for Altea, the number 10. There it is, look. You can get it from just here. There's a bus stop right there. I don't believe it's going to stop. It's going to stop. Yeah, there you go, look. So that's the number 10 and stops there. And you can also get the one to Rincon that also stops there. So yeah, there's one of the places you can get it. So if you're staying at the Hotel Belroy and you want to go to Altea, I think that's probably your nearest stop. Right, I'm going to catch you all later because who knows what percent my battery's on. And now we're getting into like back streets. People looking at me like, what's she doing? Right, I'm going to see you all later. Where can I turn to? Right. It's not a very nice view, is it? The car park. Let's go that way. See you later. Bye. Who do I need to say thank you to? Oh, so Michael, Carol, Michael, going March, but no idea what I meant to get getting over. At the minute, you're going to need a PCR and you're going to need to do your QR code. Could change. It's just seeing what happens. You know, Ireland, they've suddenly not got to produce a PCR now. So 2 weeks before, 3 weeks before, and I'll update them.